I made sure to make it as attractive to her as I could without giving up anything that I didn't assume I was going to have to.
So did you lose any? Because a lot of times for us regular people, right? For us regular folks, you know, we have pensions and 401ks and all of these type of things.
Right.
For someone like you that has, you know, you're a writer and publishing and all of these different things. Was that did you have to give up any of that?
Yeah. So that's the only part that stung. I had to give up a percentage of the songs that I wrote during the marriage.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That hurt. That hurt because I wrote those.
Yeah.
I wrote that. But at the same time, she could have taken the house.
Mm-hmm.
She could have taken the other property. So ultimately, I can write more songs.
Right.
But those ones, those big hits, now you say we should have separated earlier. We should have separated in 95. For good.
Yeah.
Because that's that anytime back at one superhero, that isn't a part of the deal. But, you know, what I thought at the time was, and of course it's a double dip. You're getting spousal and child support and a piece of these. So, you know, the revenue that I would be using to pay those, now you're getting a piece of that too.
So wait a minute. You had to pay spousal support
and alimony.
You had to pay child support and you had to give up a percentage of your songs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. Marriage, man, guys, watch out.
I don't know how you feel like you got ahead then. That's what part I'm trying to figure out. Is it just because she could have took more?
Yep.
Damn.
In California, it starts at 50.
Damn.
I'm gonna stop it there. He wound up divulging that in the first 2 to 3 years after the divorce, he was paying about $23,000 a month. Later on, after the first 2 to 3 years, he was paying about $18,000 a month in spousal support and child support until the kids turned 23 years old, even past 18, 23 years old. Then he also said that eventually she came back again.
For more money.
It was asking for more money even after it was over, and he wound up giving her $250,000 just to try to be done with it and have her stop asking money.
Damn.
What is reasonable after 5 to 10 years of being in a relationship or being married? What is a reasonable thing?
I mean, if it's up to me, the reasonable is just child support. That's it. If we have kids, I'm paying for the kids. That's it. You're not touching my pension. You're not touching the music I made. You're not touching my houses. Because you guys forget that usually when a man and woman divorce and they're in the same house, guess who usually gets thrown out of the house? Guess who usually has to go and rent? The man. So the man has to go rent. But remember, if you have a mortgage and she stays in the house with the kids, you still have to continue paying for the mortgage. It's not like they kick you out of the house and that's it. No, you go rent on your own, but you also have to pay for the mortgage at the house she lives in. And even then, even if you're paying, it doesn't mean she's not going to bring other men around in the same house you're paying for to clap her cheeks. So I'm just saying it's crazy.
Like a reasonable amount to have to pay. I think that's hard to quantify.
Wow.
Just hard. Because like the money that he made is, let's say, different than the money that Slimmy makes.
You could talk percentages, you can talk anything, right? It don't have to necessarily be a specific amount. It can be a specific amount. What do you think is reasonable?
I mean, I still couldn't tell you. I think that
$0
to say that California starts at 50% just as a blanket statement is egregious. And especially him having to pay till the children were 23. That's insane. I think if he was going to pay that money till 23, after 18, it should have gone into a trust or something that only the children could access at a certain point. Like, what if she still need child support at 23 for? Like, why? That part I couldn't understand.
Yeah, let me play it. I'm going to play this specific amount. I want to get it in his words. All right.
she had moved on with her life.
Right.
You had moved on with your life.
Correct.
And then now the oldest no longer wants to go to school.
Doesn't want to go to school. Because
And then
remember, she took them from LA with all their
Correct.
friends, took them to North Carolina.
Was that against your will or?
No, I didn't want to cause any problems. I understood that, you know, you're getting $18,000 a month. It's going to go way.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. How much?
Oh, I didn't tell you how much.
How much were you paying?
18,000.
Is that child support and
10,000 spousal? Wait, 8,000 spousal, and then 5 and 5 for the 2 kids.
okay? Wait a minute. So
Okay.
how long were you
That's
supposed to be paying
crazy.
spousal support?
So the spousal support was supposed to go until the younger one turned 23.
23. I thought you should be 18 years. Now they're going to 23? Yo, $18,000 a month for 23 years. Now, obviously, it could change if his money goes down, but that's crazy. That's crazy. That's almost $5 million just for 2 kids? Damn.
There you go. There's additional context.
This is why men don't
Remember,
want to
for
get
a
married.
couple of
And
years,
I'm
he said it was
I'm glad I'm
25,000.
broke.
This is why men don't want to get married. Nobody has
shit's
anything to
crazy.
say. Ladies,
What's crazy?
the ladies don't want to say anything because they wish they were in the same position. Because no woman is even gonna say, you know, that's crazy, that's too much. Well, at least she tried to say that's too much, but she was talking about more about the 50-50. But a lady should say about that's too much child support, but they don't want to say anything because they would rather be in that position too.
What is Slim dog?
I'm surprised.
Man, I ain't
Mika is
gonna
looking. Mika is looking like you don't agree.
I would have. It would have been some broken homes because, like, Ray Caruth, my friend.
I don't understand why
This is insane.
somebody needs spousal support after that many years. Like, I can understand, okay, if you might need a year or two because you got to get back out there, especially if you're coming from being a housewife or something. 5, 10 years, it makes absolutely no sense. You just want me to keep funding you like I'm your husband when I'm no longer your husband.
Mhm.
So what's reasonable?
I think 2 years is reasonable. 3 is a stretch.
I was gonna say maybe 3 tops.
Three is a stretch, but okay, 3. In 5 to 10 years, I might as well have kept you.
That's true.
I mean, at that point, he's paying for the freedom, which is sad, you know. But years after the relationship, for paying child support until this kid is 23, like none of those pieces make sense to me. So I would
That's
be
the child
very
support
interested to
system.
see the history of the laws and what they were based on.
I think he said it was filed in California too. So I just want to add.
Mhm.
Carrie was reasonable.
I could see the 2 year. I think past
At
2.
what? At how much? That's the $1 million question.
See, you know what though? Because I think that certain things matter. Like I think who filed for divorce matters.
No, it shouldn't
I
matter.
think like what role you played in
Nah.
the money that happened along the way matters. And I know that it'll never be a case by case scenario. So
And see, the most difficult part with somebody
So-
who's doing creative things is it's easy to say, well, You wouldn't have been able to think of this song if you weren't with this person. You wouldn't have been able to
Nah.
write this book if you hadn't gone through this relationship. And I think that that's what makes it hard to quantify, or to say it depends on how much they contributed. Like, so
No, then
think
you
she
don't get
deserved
nothing.
Wait,
No,
wait,
then
you think she
don't.
deserved Muse fees?
no, that's
You
not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I could see it being difficult to come up with if there's not already just a set percentage. I think it would be difficult to say, well, she contributed in this way and that's how much she gets or whatever. I think there just needs to be a set percentage. What that percentage should be, I'm not sure. But
Yeah, I think
Nah, I agree. It should be at least 2 years of spousal support. Because in some of these cases, if you guys didn't know, in some states, right, you can be forced to pay a woman alimony until she gets remarried. So, do you know what most women do? Most divorced women do? They never get remarried. They will date a man in the same house that you left her with, the same house which mortgage you're still paying. Because remember, just because you're paying alimony, right, it doesn't mean she cannot bring a man to the same house she lives in, the same house you bought. So you pay alimony, she'll be dating a guy. The guy can even move in, clap them cheeks in the same house you're paying for, but she will never get remarried because she wants you to keep paying her money. Now, I think I heard in Florida they're trying to change that to 10 years, but in some states, you're going to pay a woman alimony, which is spousal support, until she gets remarried. So women don't get remarried. So 2 years stops. That would be a good deal.
like, for instance, if you all were in business with one another, like were your names on documents too? I think you should almost have to prove it. Like you should have to prove that y'all were doing things together. Otherwise, if let's say you're a housewife and stay-at-home mom, then like let's figure out what the equivalence of that is if you were to hire somebody to do those duties. Like I don't know. I just think that to just because I'm accustomed to living a certain way and now we're over, I need to be able to keep living like this for a certain period of time. It's like, no, unless you set it up like that.
When he said she got some of those royalties, as a person that writes songs, my heart shattered because those,
Purely because they were together during that time.
And that's what I'm saying. So it would be easy for, let's say, her lawyers to be like, well, she influenced these songs and blah, 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 blah. When as the creative, you're like, but this is mine. Like it came from me. It probably would have been there without you, as he's had songs without her. So it's evident that he could still write without her, so.
Because you don't need, you don't personally need somebody to draw. Like I've never been in, a Mary Blige situation, but I'm pretty sure just from, seeing something, you can actually draw from that, right? And that's how people could. But to say, I owe you a piece of that is just absolutely wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
I agree.
Yeah. What were you doing while he was writing those songs? I was at home washing dishes. Okay, I went to my maid service to dishes. That's what you get. Like.
No, even if you want to do that, it's a way you can do it. So let's say you made, in the course of the time that y'all were together, it was like he sold 250,000 records, and your inspiration due to him making so many love ballads, you can get 10%. So you get 25,000 spousal support total.
Not bad.
You don't continuously eat though. That is wild.
No,
Right.
25,000 spousal support total.
One time.
And then I'll say you gotta have child support. So I would say, these kids, they don't have to live a luxury lifestyle just because their dad is an entertainer.
That's true.
So I think 60,000 is outlandish to me because that's someone's salary. And even to me, 30,000 is still somewhat outlandish. So I'll say 15,000, like for the year, like for each year until they're 18. for 2
Well,
kids.
if you had to,
Yeah, that's not enough. 15,000 in California for 2 kids. 15,000 a year, that's not enough. 5,000 now obviously depends on the person, but 5,000 may be okay. Yeah, we're dealing with something. But 15,000 a year for 2 kids in California, I don't think that's enough. And trust me, I don't even like child support. I don't like the system itself, but I think 15,000 a year is not enough.
Well,
No. if you had to do a prenup today, what would you require?
Shit. Nah, you can't get shit from me.
Yeah, so what would your prenup say?
You leave it whatever you came with.
I agree.
That's all. I don't understand. Like I don't understand.
I agree.
what if she was the one with the money? Would that change the prenup? Or you still?
Nah, hell no. Why would that change anything? I don't want nothing from you. I don't want nothing from you.
Slimmy, you gonna send your ex-wife packing like orange juice?
How long would
That's
you
how
take
you wanna
care
look
of
at
her
it.
after y'all get divorced?
I'm not taking care of you after
I
divorce.
knew you were gonna say that.
I'm not taking care of you after divorce.
I agree.
And then I think part of the most insane part of his situation was when he said, okay, I'll take the kids, but I'll still pay you child support as though you had them. That was insane. So you're still getting 18,000 a month and you don't even have the children?
That's crazy.
Nah. Mm-mm.
I would structure it where if you are the mother of my child, I'm gonna make sure you good. I can't have you out here dusty.
Yeah, that's understandable.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's understandable.
I don't mind you having a place, you know, having a house or some place to stay. To you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have my daughter. I can't have my daughter out here dusty and your representation of me. And so I think that those is cool.
Yeah, but if she
Yeah,
has a house,
that
that's
is
less
true.
money you need to give
I
her.
think that once you get into a relationship or you start talking to another man or you getting, if he fuck you, I think that all bets should be off. I think if another man hit it, post divorce, all bets is off.
But another man is gonna hit it. Do you guys know how many divorced women are in houses that their ex-husbands are paying for, but those same women bring new men in the houses that the ex-husbands are still paying for, and they get their cheeks clapped in those houses? It happens every single day. So as a man, if the courts say you're gonna pay your wife child support and alimony, there's nothing you can do if she brings new men in the same house that you bought. There's nothing you can do, and because if you don't pay, you're gonna go to jail.
Well, he said for him, once she got married, that all stopped, right?
If another man hit it, post divorce, all
how you
bets
gonna prove that? How you gonna prove that though?
I mean, we just talking in general, right?
But how would you prove it?
That's a whole nother conversation.
She gonna lie, Anton. She's not gonna tell you that.
Anton got air tags.
No, it ain't just air tags.
In the coop.
All I'm saying is, in a general sense, if a man hit it,
yeah, but how would you
everything should be null and void?
If she knows that if she has sex with somebody else, everything's null and void, she's not going to tell you. She's not gonna rat herself out.
He got GPS on the car too.
So it's an outside wood clause.
You still can't prove the inside.
100%. It will be an outside wood clause.
He work in IT. He gonna check the logs on the iPad and the phone.
I'm just saying that I just don't think that you should have to pay for another nigga to fuck your chick.
But you can't avoid it.
I mean, I agree. I'm just saying, how would you prove it?
Yeah.
How would you enforce
that's irrelevant.
You can't avoid it. Like I said, so many men are paying alimony, so many men are paying rent, so many men are paying mortgage for their ex-wives. And guess what the ex-wife does? The ex-wife brings boogie over, because it's not like you're living in the same house. You're over there renting. So you're paying, rent in the house for the house you don't live in anymore. So what she does is she gets the kids to go to the grandmother for the weekend, and she's gonna bring Boogie over. Boogie's gonna clap them chicks in the same house you're paying for. So how are you gonna find out? And even if you find out, you can't kick her out because the courts of law, the family court, the judge said you have to pay for the mortgage.
Are you trying to get me indicted?
Oh, you have your own way of doing. Okay.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like these are some very detailed questions.
Like indicted. What
this
did
is
you
doing too
do?
much.
I'm just saying there's no way.
Got me
Like
jammed up out here.
put it in the
It's too
clause
much.
if she gets married. You can prove
No.
that because of the marriage
No,
license, but you can't prove if she has,
any physical activity, that shit is out the window.
A hug.
Anton got remote
which means
login
he's
on their
keeping a
phone.
PI. He's keeping a
You
PI
got,
on
no,
her
you
from
got
day
remote
one.
login on your phone.
I mean, it could save some money if he did.
It's
Okay.
not even about that. It's just that like you another man's chick. So why would I pay for you to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I pay for
Yeah,
you
but
to
there's nothing you
drive
can do
over to
about it.
somebody else's house or them to come over or any of that shit? That don't make sense to me.
There's
I think
nothing
that
you
if a
can do.
man fuck you, then he should be willing to take care of that. That should be his responsibility. I don't think that that's unreasonable. I think that that's very reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable, but not to the judge. I think that's where Anton Daniels is missing it. I think he's painting a picture where he would be paying the woman spousal support on his own from, trying to be a good man. If he talks about the fact that it's the judge who ordered him to pay spousal support and to pay for the place where the woman is living with the kids, it's different. She can do whatever she wants.
I don't think it's
That
unreasonable. I
you
just don't think
stand
she
out
would
of the
go for it.
streets. That you stand out of the streets. Oh yeah, I absolutely make sure you're good. But if you give authorization, then that means that you're willing to live a different type. You're willing to lower your lifestyle. You should be willing to lower your lifestyle because you definitely don't deserve this life no more.
Doesn't
And
look like that.
I want post box access. I asked everybody what their stipulations are. I'm giving mine.
It's never gonna happen.
And then, so if she says no, the money is cut off.
It's not about that. It's like I don't want it to be so transactional. I'm not a transactional guy. I'm a vibes guy, right? But what I am saying is, if you're saying like, nah, I'm not on that no more, then I'm gonna automatically assume you moved on because I don't believe that any woman is single.
You don't?
Man, why this little demon
Let
keep
it go,
rolling her
Rick.
eyes?
I don't think that anybody is single like that. I mean, like, I think that women may not necessarily be in a relationship. I don't think that there's no guy that they're not. Might be a little different for you, Lex, because you focused on me right now. So it's gonna be a little different for you. But in a general sense, what the fuck is going on here?
Anton, don't act like you
All right, you know what?
with
I'm
that.
gonna just keep it general. I'm gonna just talk.
Oh my God.
I'm no longer just giving general examples and none of that type of stuff. All I'm saying is I don't think it's unreasonable for a guy to say, to if he's paying to maintain who you are, essentially, I think that he should have access.
I agree with that part. But that's not how it works in the family court system. They will order you to pay your ex-wife money, spousal support, child support, whatever. They will order you to give her the house. They order you to pay her rent, to buy her a new car. But trust me, she will still get to mess with guys, to let her chicks clapped in the same house you're paying for. And there's nothing you can do. Now, if you're doing it out of your goodwill, okay, then you can set all those stipulations. But anyway, man, shout out to Anton Daniels. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to, man, I can't say your name. Chesley. Shout out to you, bro. Guys, like the video.